Welcome back to The Legend of Heroes Trails Beyond the Horizon, where last time we checked all the red exclamation marks and the next sensors into Vega's films, but not quite done talking to various people and everything. Also, we have 2 connection events left and movie
Accessing
and
your
everything.
schedule.
Good. We previously watched the Full of Energy drink and Swin and basketball. Kevin's group decided to take a short break. What's up? You like basketball? Not exactly. Just reminiscing, I guess. I played some basketball not too long ago. He must be thinking about when he infiltrated the academy back in the capital a few months ago. So that's how it is. But there's no point in practicing my shots alone. I'll play some other... Hold on now, but if I joined you, I'm confident in the rules at least. You don't mind? Just so happens I'm in the mood for a little exercise. And besides, it's a good chance to get to know you a little better. Well, if that's the case, then let's play. Jeez, you're pretty good. Made it sound like you only knew the rules. I ain't bad, but it's not like I've ever played for real. Maybe things are different now, but basketball wasn't really a thing where I grew up. In some remote place, right? Hence the dialect? Nah, I was born and raised in Emerald City, one of the 3 cities. As for my dialect, well, my mom was from way out in the sticks. I see. Guess you've been through a lot too. So tell me, you're thinking about your time back at the academy? Yeah, I guess so. It wasn't for very long, but I did get a glimpse of what it's like to be a normal teen. Didn't honestly think I'd ever get to experience something like that. Not after everything I've done. All the more reason to treasure those memories. You guys still have your futures ahead of you. I'm sure the time you spend at the academy will prove valuable going forward. You don't have to tell me twice. Nadia and I are going to carve out our own future. No more hesitation. But why the sudden interest? You being strangely... nice. Am I? That's certainly not my intention. Huh. Look, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend I know what you've been through. But I guess I have a hard time feeling like we're strangers when I think about the life you've lived. I see, Nadia did tell me about how I became a Dominion. Made a mistake that cost me someone dear to me. Never have been able to make it up to her family. When I chose a path that would dirty my hands. I guess you're different from me though. You've managed to make it up to her. I get it now. He's just like me. Which is why I don't want you to have the same regrets I do. That's about the whole of it. Well, I suppose it ain't any of my business. Don't worry, I get what you're trying to say. Thanks for looking out for me. But you don't have to worry, I'm not letting go of a path I chose. Glad to hear it. You've got a strength I don't, and I doubt you'll ever lose it. What's if we cut this break short and head back?
Hey, can I ask you something? Your partner forgave you, and you even found a way forward all your own. Why try and throw it all away now?
I'm not throwing anything away. I just have to be who I was for this mission. Temporarily. Once I wrap things up here, everything will be back to...
No, you know it doesn't work like that. You know these things aren't just temporary. Don't tell me. The reason you're looking out for me, the reason you're respecting our oath is...
I haven't lied, Swin. I've got no ulterior motives behind what I've said. Maybe you're right, that things won't just go back to how they used to be, depending how this goes. But for me, getting back to how things were is part of my mission. Not that it's something you have to worry about.
Is that so? Then I guess I'll take your considerations to heart, if nothing else.
Sure, works for me.
Maybe it's a little late for me to say this, but I get the feeling that you and I can come to understand each other.
Well, I don't see why not. But there are still things that neither of us can afford to back down on. As long as you're fine with that, then I'll be glad to have you.
Yeah. Likewise, Kevin.
And so, after rediscovering the things they had in common, Kevin and Swin returned to patrolling with Tharbad.
Accessing your schedule.
Hidden weapons versus Heretic Hunter. Nadia asked me to train in the use of concealed weapons. Should I do it? Huh? You want me, the Heretic Hunter, to coach you on how to use concealed weapons? Exactly. I mean, sure, you're the Heretic Hunter again now. But when you think about it, you made a decision to put that life away, just like us. I guess so. You could say I'm sort of a trendsetter. Now you get it. I figured maybe you could teach me a thing or two about non-lethal application of concealed weapons? Well, I'd be lying if I said I didn't want to see some of your garden techniques too. Alright, fine. I can run you through the basics. To start with, where do you hide those needles of yours? Usually in my sleeves. That way, when I need to use them, I can just slip them right out. Never need to be extra stealthy, I hide them inside of Baron Bear. Gotcha. You got the right idea, but remember, metal detectors are pretty common these days. And there are people who will inspect your bear the second they see it. It's the perfect place to hide stuff after all. That's why I do this. Wait, where did that come from? I hide it in my belt. It's an ultra-thin dagger made of a special metal. You could say I was inspired by the Urumi, Whiplash sword from the southeast. Since it's thin and flexible, I can hide it in the leather of my belt without poking myself. But that doesn't mean it isn't sharp. Plus, if someone catches it with a metal detector, they just think it's part of a belt. Wow, I didn't see that coming. I figured you just hid your weapons in your shoes or something. Now let's see what you do if you are passing a target on the street. Okay, I'm a pro at that. Exactly what I expected. That will get a normal person just fine, but you have to get into their range to do it. Which means if the other person is faster than you, this will happen. You're right, I didn't think about that. I guess I've never used this sort of technique on someone skilled. Then should I wait until I've gone past them and then throw a needle behind me? They're pretty heavy, so they're quite powerful. If I put some poison in them, then they'd be more than enough to take someone down. We're still talking about non-lethal techniques, right? Either way, it wouldn't work. Someone skilled would sense your bloodlust and dodge immediately. Here's an idea. Use threat, right, Nadia? Yep, to seal my opponent's movements. Then maybe you could attach your threat to the needles before you throw them? Or you could set up a bunch of threats ahead of time and aim to graze them with your weapons? You'd be able to adjust your needle's trajectory mid-air, and even a skilled opponent would have trouble keeping track of their movement. Wow, a mix of techniques, huh? I'm into that kind of thing. I met a mate in cross with a similar style of fighting. I think I could maybe pull it off. It won't be easy, but if I can use both needles and threads simultaneously, the effort will be worth it. And so the pair continued their special training. Kevin revealed several more methods of concealing weapons to Nadia, and he was also able to use several of Nadia's techniques as a point of reference for himself. Boy, I definitely got a lot out of that. You haven't lost your touch, Mr. Heretic Hunter. If I had, I wouldn't have come back. The power to hunt and the power to protect are two sides of the same coin. Which is why I've never disregarded my old techniques, even though I am known as a 1000-hand guardian these days. Is that so? I guess it's good to know that our past experience won't go to waste. Well, I do gotta wonder. Why do you feel so guilty about going back? What are you talking about? I mean, you didn't even tell that gluttonous sister where you were going when you left. Couldn't you have just been honest with her? Jeez, just how much do you know? Oh, I was right? Honestly, I thought I'd just make some guesses based on how you were acting and see what came loose. I can never tell when you're lying. I'm not hiding anything from Reese. When the job's done, I'm going to tell her everything. It's just, if I told her before and she tried to go down this path with me, she's already saved me from my past once. I won't put her through it again. So I'll wait until I'm the thousand-hand guardian again and things have calmed down, and then I'll... Oh, wrong answer. You underestimate a woman's heart. Go down this path with you. Have you ever considered that there's more than one way to do that? No way that someone who saved you from the abyss is simple-minded. I mean, it's hard to know without actually talking to her, but I bet she could stay at your side without succumbing to the darkness. You might be surprised to her strength and flexibility.
I guess you're probably right now that I think about it. In the end, I'm just pulling the same crap here that I did to her back in Phantasma, aren't I? I know she's not weak or naive. She could have handled this. Man, she ain't gonna be happy when I get back and tell her.
Great. It's just like I thought. I'm glad you finally figured things out. Be honest and apologize. Oh, and make sure to get her something good to eat, too.
Yeah. I never am gonna understand a woman's heart, am I?
Maybe not. But that doesn't mean she's not hoping for you to make at least a little progress. Opportunity knocks, so why not take this chance to show her she can put some faith in you for once?
Hey, just how much do you know? And what's that got to do with what we were talking about?
Nadia continued to mock Kevin. Afterwards, he re-examined his own determination and mental state. Once Nadia was satisfied with her new techniques, the pair met back up with the rest of the group to resume their patrol.
Alright, now that I've gotten a glimpse of Onion Priest's resolve, we're going to hang with him until the end, no matter how things turn out.
I think I will load just for the sake of getting Rufus's in, and I watch off-screen Swins later in the garden. Good. And I wanted to look what the...
You may leave this to me. You may leave this to me.
Altera. Craft. Strength, arts, defense.
Carmine Altera. The honor is all yours, I'm sure.
Accessing your schedule.
And...
Maybe I'll give these horrible films a try.
Welcome! Come on in!
what do we choose? Golden Blood, sure. I think we have watched Golden Blood before, right? Just not with his team. Oh man, now that was a great watch. Truly a masterwork of a film that embodies both the open-handedness and extravagance of the Republic. True enough, were this film to have been produced in the Empire, it likely would have been blocked from release. Between the R15 and R17 cuts, however, it seems a number of scenes were removed. Oh my, truly? Should we get a chance, I'd like to watch the R17 version and compare the differences. Yeah, well, good luck convincing the stuff you're old enough to watch it. Anyway, I'm definitely glad we saw it. Most action scenes were something else. I couldn't take my eyes off them. Those weren't the only things you couldn't take your eyes off of. You're skating on some pretty thin ice, ass. What? I didn't really care about the fan service scenes, honest. Hey, no need to be embarrassed, Swin. Guys like us are allowed to admire the views. Once we get back to the inn, how's about us fellas go to the movie highlights, if you catch my meaning? Please just stop. Besides, is that really the kind of thing a priest should be saying? Ah, man. Wait, so did you not enjoy the movie, Nadia? I wouldn't say that. I thought all the martial arts stuff was amazing. I know the leading lady's a real pro at doing her own stunts, and it showed. It was also pretty satisfying seeing her so expertly string that chief researcher along. There are a number of different ways to view any given movie, and everyone has their own way of enjoying something. Look at our own varied takeaways from a movie, for example. That's likely why it's attained such mass appeal in spite of its suggestive material.
Welcome! Come on!
Shinobi Punk Izayoi. Well, that was certainly unique. Still, the plot was interesting enough at least. Despite its peculiar blend of themes, the story was a textbook sample of poetic justice, as well as a celebration of human resilience. This exquisitely balanced selection of elements made it a compelling tale that failed to bore me for even a moment. I'd say it was worth a price of admission for the action scenes alone. That said, I don't know if I fully understood the position ninjas had in the underworld. Yeah, and some scenes were like your everyday assassins, while others they had a whole different vibe to them. But I like the concealed weapons they used. In fact, I might take a page or two from the book. How about you, LP? What did you think of the movie? I really liked the part where Izayoi met Kanata. Oh yeah, the whole human drama aspect what grabbed you, then? Well, it is a story about Izayoi becoming human after all. A ninja who stuck to the darkness with machine-like dedication, up until the point when he finally came to understand his own heart. He found his humanity, and while he stays true to the path of a ninja, he begins walking it alongside Kanata. It's a fascinating story. I'm hardly surprised you found yourself identifying with a character learning how to be human. True, they did go pretty in-depth with showing off that aspect of the story. Hearing all that, it's no wonder it drew you in as much as it did Lapis. Good.
Maybe I'll give these.
And one thing, I wanted to look in the Sensei,
Hustle up,
because
gang.
last time there was some areas that he couldn't travel to. When I actually explored and collected chests and everything. And there's wanted to watch if we now could.
Off we go.
The wheel is yours, Rufus. Whee! Faster! Faster!
Apparently not. I don't see the fierce sands on that long. Let's go out
not
there,
this
but
way.
okay then.
Away we go!
Let's spend the rest of the episode talking to people. Tharbad isn't that big, I think. It's bigger than Anchorville, what we have so far, but
Sandstorm?
Central Eastern
Seriously?
culture is so fascinating.
okay then.
Welcome to Marjan Hammam.
Hey, you're back. And enjoy, you guys. It seems it's only hot here. In other parts of the Central East, they've got the desertification to worry about. They say it's getting worse every year. Can't just pretend it's someone else's problem. They did say that one of the space program's goals was to determine the cause, but I'm not so sure.
Shall we search?
Oh, what?
How about a shard search?
Oh, it's way too hot outside.
We suddenly got rain during yesterday's meeting, and when I was about to leave, I heard about an intense sandstorm. It feels like a climate is less stable than usual. Sandstorms especially can be a matter of life and death. Maybe I should things out for a while. I'm back, Mom. Just finished helping people deal with the rain and sandstorms. I provided food to the people who got caught up in the storm and helped retrieve people's fallen laundry. Good work. Ma, you're a thoughtful one. I'd expect no less of a future owner of a little tavern and inn. Now, if only you could find a good wife. Didn't I tell you to quit bringing that up? Sheesh. My son is a late bloomer, but considering he's going to be a future owner, I'd like him to be sharp. And if you know any good unmarried women, please let me know. Mom, you're asking customers now? Didn't I tell you to cut that out? I'm really sorry about that. My mom's always like this. I keep telling her it's too soon for me to get married. I still got a lot of growing to do. Must be hard for you too as a traveling priest. You even visit the nomads in the desert. Good luck with Sunday school. We'll be cheering for you. God gracious, I never thought there'd be a sandstorm in a place like that. It was even stronger than yesterday's. We have to be more careful from here on out. I feel alive again because of you. Thanks for provisions. The innkeeper has been kind to us too. I'll be sure to do our best in our business meeting.
Let's do a search.
Shall we search?
It's difficult to imagine that Professor Hamilton would have come here last October. Even if she had made the trip, it would have been for the first time in years. People would have talked about it. I was investigating that troublesome drug from last year. Specifically the plant used in the orbal shishas. I couldn't find any growing naturally outside of that cave, but I still managed to get a decent sample. I didn't think it was odd for the Institute of Science to pause the analysis. But looking back on it, it was strange that it didn't conduct a more thorough ecological investigation. Society these days has a tendency to pursue novelty and convenience, even the space program thing. They're losing sight of what's important in the process. For what reason could they possibly need to go to space? If people keep acting out of greed, there's something to incur the divine wrath of Arusha. I get what Abdul's trying to say, but progress is impossible without challenges. To say they aren't necessary at all is preposterous. Still, we're both old. All we can do is watch the young people overcome their own tribulations. For better or worse, it's up to them to carve out a new era.
Let's do a search. Let's do a search.
The locals are still going on about how the oasis dried up 20 years ago. Apparently it hasn't dried up since, thanks to Professor Hamilton's construction. I remember people being surprised it only took a dozen or so engineers. Can't say I know the details, but must have used some incredible technology.
Shall we search?
And that nobody knows what was even made. is incredibly suspicious.
Dear Arusha, grant us your
The city is
blessing.
even livelier today. You can tell people's spirits are lifted. I don't really understand the pros and cons of the space program, but if it turns out to be a momentous day, then I offer prayer of thanks to Arusha. This world's water and land, the sun, even our destiny, all of them are blessings from the goddess. Professor Hamilton's been to Tharbad several times. She came 20 years ago when the Hale Oasis was drying up. And she's been checking in on Tharbad recently, offering inspections and technical help. She stops by at this temple too. She's always been deeply faithful and dedicated. The way she lives her life is a lot like those of a clergy in some respects. Ah, how fresh. So this is the essence of Central Eastern dance. I've seen a few flashy plays myself, but they failed to express themselves quite like this performance. In any case, my Xing seems happy, so I'm glad we got to see it together. Ah, this is a travel group we met in Basel last time.
That was magnificent.
Magnificent. Not only have I come to understand the depths of Central Eastern dance and the influence of its origins, but I have also discovered those two are nomad dancers. How do I put it? Perhaps they best exemplify the act of putting one's soul into their art. In a sense, it's not unlike how my father and I put our feelings into our cooking. I could feel the passion, the soul that those girls put into their dance. The feelings that have been passed down for generations could even be said to have a life of their own. It was magnificent. We weren't able to do the sand dune tour today, but I'm glad the customers got to see that at least. Sarah and Shahina dancing really does have a power to draw people in. As a childhood friend, I can't help but be proud of them. You know, Sarah and Shahina brought me a souvenir from the capital yesterday. They gave me a cool t-shirt. It's too cool to wear, but I ought to put it on for their homecoming tour. The customers on our sightseeing tour were completely satisfied, all thanks to Sarah and Shahina. Or that here they're doing a performance to celebrate their homecoming. Might be tough to get tickets. Maybe if I negotiate now I can get preferential treatment? Well, that was worth seeing, wasn't it? Gosh, just be honest, your eyes were fixed on the stage the whole time. Especially during Sarah's closing act. Shut up, I wasn't that entranced. As expected, it's different from ballet in terms of expression. Still, I found it deeply moving. Now I know it really is true that you can convey emotions and more with only meticulous movements of your body. Like ballet, there isn't necessarily a fixed story or motive, and yet the dance alone conveys so much. It's hard to describe. I just don't know how to describe it. The way she moves is simply amazing. I never get tired of watching her. Just how much did you have to practice to be able to dance like that? That was a fantastic dancing, wasn't it, Amelie? It's been a long time since I've seen a Central Eastern dance, but that one felt especially amazing. I'm with you. It was magnificent, even to people who study music like us. Not to change the subject, Nelly, but do you have any interest in accessories? Well, I guess I like them as much as the next person? This was so... and I've made up my mind. Back when I was little, I used to watch Central Eastern dance in my hometown every now and again. And now I'm an aspiring singer. Perhaps those performances sparked me into some music. Central Eastern dance sure is wonderful. I heard those sisters have been appearing in movies and media lately. They should be commended for continuing to value an ancient art form. Such beautiful dancing. It was different from anything I've seen in Eurasian. When I see art like that, it makes me realize how small my world is. Indeed, I need to shift my focus to consider a greater variety of experiences. My, what a wonderful dance. I can see why they're so popular. The fact that my husband didn't show up by the time the performance started didn't escape my notice, though. Tell me he's not gone gambling after all. Hey, what did you all think of a traditional dance of Central East? Maybe you've already heard of Sarah and Shahina since they started doing more than just dance. He even appeared in movies. It was my first time seeing him dance live. I couldn't help but be transfixed. I can't believe I got to see their new stands up close. I've always wanted to dance with them, but even just watching is so exciting. I guess when you get popular, even old guys like him come to see you perform. He's not a pervert or anything, right? Yeah, I can't believe I got to see her new choreography up close. I felt like my entire soul was enveloped by her elegance, her charm, both unique to the Central Eastern dance. Surely I was sent to Tharbad because I was meant to see this.
Come out wherever you are.
If the launch succeeds, what comes next?
Professor Hamilton has always been really kind to my sister and me. We actually had a chance to speak with her in the capital a couple days ago, before we came home to Tharbad. I see. Did she say where she was headed or anything? If I remember right, I think she said something about Basel? It must be hard having to run all over a place like that. You wouldn't think she was an old woman at all. I hope we can offer her some hospitality whenever she stops by Tharbad again. I'm curious about the route she took. But if that was 2 days ago, well, I'll set that aside for the moment. Professor Hampton runs around so much you forget about her age. But she's still an old woman, so I hope she'll be careful with her health. Now that I'm thinking about it, something bothers me about the conversation we had at the hotel about last year's incident. Marielle, is something wrong? Nothing. Don't worry, I was just spacing out because of that heat. Oh, and about the upcoming performance we were talking about. Say, you guys aren't done investigating yet, right? And as a reporter, I'm all in favor for sussing out the truth. Whether or not I'm allowed to write an article about it is a different story.
Oh, that squall we had yesterday was terrible.
I'm out here to check on the bazaar, since we had a considerable amount of rain yesterday. Looks like Seaman is hard at work, even all on her own. That girl is going to be just fine. I must say it's quite moving to see her back.
You guys here to relax too?
I don't really think about the space program much, but I guess it is bringing in more tourists. At this rate, tomorrow might be as crowded as last year's film festival. It's been too long since we had a festival. It'll be the perfect time to promote my products.
Can we go yet?
This market's got everything.
I'm thinking about going all out for lunch for my family today. There are some ingredients here that are rarely sold in the capital, and are sure to make everyone nostalgic. The prices are reasonable too. Maybe I'll buy a variety of things to try.
Get your spices here!
Thank you for looking after Klim. Your daughter is such a level-headed girl. Ah, nah. Imani normally acts so pampered. She's only this energetic because Klim's with her. Even yesterday, before bed, Klim was all she could talk about. Oh, my boy has been just as eager to play with Imani. Did the others go on ahead? Chatting with Monir makes time go by in the blink of an eye. I'd like to buy some more spices, just a few should be fine. From Central Eastern spices to textiles and shishas, we've got it all. Come on, don't be shy. Stop on by. I'm helping out at the bazaar again today, even though I'm a little worried about old Nasri. But he'll be the first one to scold me if I get all wishy-washy. Gotta give it my all to repay everyone here. I'm giving Clement instead a tour around the bazaar, now with color commentary by yours truly. This is a second-hand goods shop. You can always find good bargains here. Wow, really? You sure can learn a lot from a local guide, huh? It's so nice how Clem and Imani have become such good friends. Oh my, how strange. I haven't been able to stop crying. Guess it's just really moving, or no wait. Is it because of a spice I bought from Munir? Shoot, I must have gotten it into my eyes or nose. Imani knows so much. It's fun hearing her talk all about it. When she's in the bazaar, it's like she's got even more energy. Imani really loves this town. I'm sure Clement is dead around the bazaar. We went to my mom's shop earlier, but she was too busy talking. We're still talking too. I wonder what about.
Don't be shy. Stop on by.
Sure, a lot of rain we had last night. Not too uncommon this time of year. Today's gonna be even hotter on account of all the humidity, so make sure you eat a lot to keep your energy up.
Come and see if you...
We finally got some rain again yesterday. What a relief. If we got nothing but sun, the oasis would eventually dry up. Well, the oasis was never this big when I was young. Seeing us in the middle of a desert and all, I'm really thankful. There's nothing else we can learn here. Shall we try another approach? Yeah, let's. Okay, I want to take a quick look into the garden. Because with this group we probably control Kevin as well in the garden? In the sanctum? So the dialogue will be mostly the same. But Van is here now. Gotta say, the minions, bunch of crazies. But whenever I think about it, Master's plenty strange himself. Ah, you can say that again. It's just me or has Swin been avoiding eye contact? And when there's whatever led to the observatory being sealed off, I'd hoped at least the team in Basel would... Why won't anyone tell me anything? Okay, but that is all. Good. Enter the entertainment district.
Let's not dawdle now.
We've had a lot of sandstorms this year, but this one was particularly awful. Just this morning we had to pull out a car to prevent it from being buried. If you guys are heading out into the dunes, be careful, alright? Seriously.
Take a look at our wares.
Did you say energy drink? Now you've got my attention. It would be nice if I could share it with the others while enjoying the event. You know, the saleswoman even gave me a can. It goes great with meat. We can go with a win-win. Okay, Maxim and everyone moved away.
I wanna go play already!
Last night's runway was truly a spectacle, wasn't it? Oh, you mean to tell me that even amateurs can participate in the GR Championship? Hardy, sign me up right now. I want to compete with everything I have. Now that he's obsessed with his T-phone, he is not worried about going to a long lie anymore. There's a new problem at hand, dear me. You know, I think I heard a Z1 related event is being held right here in Tharbad. Perhaps I can take him there later. It should offer at least a little amusement. Thanks to all the space weaver, a lot of counterfeit merch has hit the markets. But they're not valuable enough to be good business, which is why I can't be bothered. For me, it's brand name counterfeits or bust. That's not cool at all, you know? Yeah, it's not classy at all. You ladies sure are harsh. Jeez, you ladies sure are harsh. Counterfeits are a staple of any good tourist destination. Maybe I should stock up on some honest goods. Only as long as it's profitable for me, of course.
What'll it be? Thank you.
Things were so exciting at Club Lelouch last night. Sarah used to be the most popular dancer, you know? Gosh, I couldn't be happy to see her again. I know she was just a special guest, but I hope she'll be back to perform again in the future.
So,
Thank you so much for your help today, everyone. We need to discuss the counterfeit tokens later, including how to prevent a repeat. But for now, please feel free to enjoy our casino during your stay.
I can exchange your tokens for prizes. Thank you very much.
Let's do a search.
I'll win next time.
Crap, I got a little carried away and lost a bunch of big bets. Ah, what the heck, it's only 10 million mirror, I win it back in one hand. I feel like Mr. Murat said that already. It should be easy money. I just hope Arusha doesn't give up on him altogether.
How dull.
how about a shard search?
Keep it a secret from my wife, but here I am. I wanted to experience this casino just this once. Well, I admit the size of the wage is so big that I hesitate to play anything other than the slot machines. Never thought I'd run into Jack and Hal in a place like this. And maybe it's no surprise that the Republic's best professional gambler showed up in the Republic's best casino.
Shall we search?
Tomorrow is do or die for the entire Republic. It's all our customers can talk about. Naturally, wages are liable to increase, or self-restraint is often necessary in gambling. Please enjoy responsibly. Seems like even in Tharbad, most people are expecting tomorrow's launch to be a success. It's hard to doubt the talent of the developers, but even harder to imagine President Gramart failing. He's not as flashy as the Blood and Iron Chancellor, but he's an exceptionally capable man without a doubt. I wonder if Amotti is doing well in the capital. He's pretty famous in our industry. Heck, he even got second place in last year's competition. I've actually learned a lot from watching his technique. I heard you solved the case of a counterfeit tokens. My, how impressive. Take some time to enjoy yourself. I'll give you the service you deserve.
Come on.
I hear they caught the person who made the counterfeit tokens. What a relief. Apparently it was an old lady though? That's kind of hard to imagine. Wait, I showed an old woman around just yesterday. She seemed like a good person. Don't tell me this was a trial run for our counterfeit tokens.
It's so hot. I think the air is sizzling.
We plan to show a broadcast of tomorrow's rocket launch in the Central Hall. There'll be a truck showing it on the streets too, but we'll have a larger screen in the ceremony. The owner is all about making things glorious and flashy, so expect tomorrow to be exciting.
Maybe I'll give these Orbital films a try.
Films has really taken off in recent years with 7% of it all. People have really been eating up the novelty. We aim to be at the industry's forefront by showing only the highest quality films. Business has been good since I didn't let the space program boom pass me by. We're selling merch, travel guides for Central Eastern travelers, and even horoscopes. The Central East has been called the birthplace of astronomy, so people are always interested in the region. I'm going to do my best to keep up with the trends, and do what I can to do business on a larger scale.
Hey there! Good to have you! Until next time!
Eltham has a style of court fencing that's been passed down since ancient times. It's said to be an incredibly fluid and elegant technique used with shamshirs. Oh, I'd love a chance to see it with my very own eyes.
How can I help you? Please come again.
A vehicle got engulfed in the sandstorm this morning. It was a whole thing. Apparently the weather forecast was wrong. Guess we still can't count on it, huh? Do you think we could improve the accuracy of forecasts Have you observed weather from space?
So,
And that is just a machine, okay.
Shall we search?
Time for a shift change, Officer Calvin. Hey, what's wrong? You look pretty stiff. Well, I was planning to take a paid holiday tomorrow to watch the launch. But not only did they reject my request, they now want me to provide backup outside the city. Are they freaking kidding me? Don't I have a right to enjoy myself whenever I want? It's because you're a policeman, and it's a national project. Are you listening, Officer Calvin? What's with this assignment? Am I hallucinating because of the heat? I'll never accept this Death March nightmare. It's a good thing that he's going there to provide support. I just hope he doesn't cause any trouble. He can be pretty frivolous, so I'm a little concerned. It should be okay, right? Ah, this energy drink really works. The heat yesterday was really starting to get to me, but now I can feel myself bursting with energy. Though now that the business meeting is over, there's nothing for me to do but at home. Maybe just play a game or two at the casino.
Hey, stop on by!
It's even hotter and more humid than yesterday, which is why demand has skyrocketed. We had plenty of Akama Nafe today too. I'm gonna sell a bunch, make it big, and establish a new Tharbad specialty. It's called Project Startaker. Let's catch the stars together. You also sell Major Million merchandise.
Have your eye on anything in particular? Thank you very much.
step right up.
This event's been a big success. Try some maximum energy and be sure to catch perfect driver Zero and theaters too.
Having fun?
Yeah, yesterday's sudden shower was something else, wasn't it? So I got to thinking, why doesn't everyone just wear a swimsuit all the time? It'll be the new Tharbad style. Come on, let's start this trend together.
Is that kind of thing even possible? So this is the famous Algemir.
Shall we search?
It was amazing, Berthia. Guess that's why we pay you the big bucks. If you collaborate with us, you'll be capable of anything. I'll make sure we persuade you yet. I worried our independent film wouldn't be good enough. Because I never dreamed the real actors would join us. We're shooting a promo as a test run. There's no denying it, she's a pro. With this, our film is sure to be accepted. Some children came to talk to me for some reason. I took some pictures just like they asked, so I don't know why they're surprised. I admit they do have some interesting ideas. Maybe I'll take along for a little while? Just so happen to be free and it would broaden my acting skills.
Shall we search?
Let's get started. Let's do a search. Let's get started.
Shall we search?
Let's get started.
You're the ones who asked about the irrigation work. Yeah, sorry about all the questions. It wasn't a bummer, I just sorry I couldn't provide you with any useful information. So if you don't have any records about irrigation, you can only assume it took place outside of the city. Maybe Professor Hamilton was able to locate an underground reservoir upstream of Tharbad? Sorry, I only know about the canals in Tharbad proper. There's nothing to be sorry for, that alone helps narrow down where we have to look. That's good to hear. That said, these people are a little strange. I wonder what they're up to. We maintain Tharbad's waterworks, but we only draw from the oasis. Don't think any records remain of the irrigation work. It was a whole 20 years ago. I was a bit surprised to see you with the daughter of a Heiau elder. You seem to be close with Princess Zeta, so I doubt there's any problem from a security standpoint. Still, the fighting power of those guards seems a bit excessive. At least they'll let me provide some hospitality. We'll be hosting an event based on a film later today in the reception hall on the top floor. In addition to a talk show featuring a famous Z1 racer, there'll also be an advanced screening of a new movie. Number tickets are required to attend, so if you're interested, please make your way back here. Then, hey, is there gonna be food? Not as such. Be free samples of a new energy. Wait, it's the same event we already saw in the city? Pass. These two are coming off meaner than they intended, I think. Not like we have time to look around anyway. We should go. An event for a new film will be held later in the reception on the top floor. I'm sorry, there are no plans to serve food. We do look forward to your next visit. It's an honor for all of us to be able to welcome Princess Sita. Our hotel's largest shareholders are the Principality of Elsam and the Bank of Edith, after all. We hope you'll take this opportunity to enjoy Al Jumeirah to the fullest.
So sleepy.
Those lively young ladies are quite beautiful.
Come out wherever you are.
Tian, let's go that way. Not with your shoes on, Tony. Besides, your clothes will get wet. We can have plenty of fun in the shallows. Watch! Tian clasps the hand and squeezes them together, shooting water from the gap between them with great force. Oh, how do you do that, sis? It's like a squirt gun. Come here, I'll show you. Once you've learned this, you can pretend you have a squirt gun anytime, you know? Even the bath. Tony's so full of energy. I'm starting to get into it, too. Since we're here, I should teach him some fun things to do in the water. You know, this is a really nice pool. Man, I wish I bought a swimsuit. I love swimming. I came to check on those two, but looks like I was worried for nothing. Tian is so reliable. I can rest easy knowing she's here to look after Tony. Watching them makes me miss playing around in the pool as a kid. Wish I'd brought a swimsuit. This hotel is quite something. Not that we're staying here. You can tell their service is top tier. The fact that they let us use a pool like this is evidence enough. Well, it's no surprise the tavern can compare. Still, it's a nice little treat.
Come out wherever you are.
Let's get started.
Okay. The kids are so energetic even in this heat. Tian there is keeping an eye on Tony. As an old woman, it's quite reassuring. Yes, indeed. Well, if it were a little cooler, I'd be liable to frolic in my pool too. You're just as lively an old man as I thought. That reminds me, Wang. Don't you run a bathhouse in Langport? Right you are. Indeed, the Chang Tu Dang is one reason people in the second world are so healthy. After relaxing your body in our piping hot water and steam bath, you can practice martial arts and... Oh my, is it Eastern style? I myself own an authentic Northern style, loyally. In terms of health effects, nothing beats herbs and vitas. Oh, you think so? In that case, why don't you show me what you've got sometime? Talk the words right out of my mouth. Let's see if your bathhouse lives up to its reputation. I never imagined I'd be on tour with someone in the same line of work. As a bathhouse proprietor, getting to enjoy Central Eastern Hammam has been a stimulating treat. So Angelo operates a Northern-style bathhouse. I've had a hand in a number of businesses in the past, but now focused solely on my bathhouse. I wanted to beat me. Perhaps I should introduce a Far Eastern flair to my establishment before inviting Angela to visit.
So sleepy.
We are soon done, Nadia. Don't worry. If you learn anything else about the Agave, please let me know. You're an interesting lot, so I hope you continue to build a good relationship. The professor visited our nation many times, and even had tea with me in the palace. She's always so busy flying all over the place, but I hope we'll be able to spend time together again someday. It seems you're all working towards a goal. I hope it goes well, as long as you don't cause trouble in this region. Yes, man, we keep that in mind. Talking with all of you has been inspiring. I wonder if I can use our conversation somehow for the near future science fiction movie I'm planning. A lone wandering priest visits the desert to hunt down the secrets of a ruined world. Something like that. Please don't model the guy after me without my permission, okay? You say it, but you seem pretty flattered to me, Mr. Onion. Talking with all you is be inspiring. Patriarch Bashar, your son appears to be talking to Kalia. Now that you mention it, they've always seemed close, but recently I've been much more involved. I hope you're not implying that you have an ulterior motive to her. I could say the same about you. You aren't having your son hit on Kalia, are you? I'm not sure if you're a doting father or a fool. That said, I do wonder what Moon is actually thinking. It's unthinkable. Could Kalia possibly have feelings for him? Let's call it truth for the time being. Before anything else, we can need to assess the situation. We're in a court then. There's also the matter of business. So I expect you'll be in contact for a while, Daha. You get it, don't you? First we must check on the situation then. Yes, already. For my part, I must confirm my son's true intentions. They certainly seem close, but just how do they feel about each other? It's unthinkable, but I absolutely don't want to do anything that would make Kalia sad. Even though the region is called the Central East at large, there are many different cultures and features therein. It's a truly diverse region. There's international powerhouses like Elsheim, nomads on the frontier, mountain tribes, and even coastal cities like Valis. Each one has its own ingredients and cooking techniques, giving a real sense of how intricate their cultures are.
Let's do a search.
So, supposing a future wherein we join forces to govern the region, the first order of business would be to... I know, Valis and Elsheim are like allies, but it would be nice if our populations could get along too. What could we do to make that happen? I'm sure it would help trade become more active. Ah yes, I mean, we can't say we know much about each other. Yet. Perhaps the two of us, for example, could travel and observe different countries? That's a great idea. My father's been a bit overprotective lately, so I'd love to set off without him for a change. Yes, Kalia and I will finally have some time alone together. It's the same for me. Say, Kalia, when you and I tour the continent, I'm stammering when it truly counts. Just how will Kalia react? Yes, there's so many countries I'd love to study. Jeez, Mund, why are you so nervous? You can be so adorable. From Etheria, the Orbanian Empire, I'm also curious about the Liberal Kingdom to the west. What do you think, Mund? Yes, we should definitely come up with a concrete plan. For the sake of our future, too. I feel like she still hasn't gotten the hint, but a trip with just Kalia and I is still tempting. Well, there will be plenty of chance for me to share my feelings in the future. I'll leave it be for now. God, but I think I've been everywhere? Yeah, except the Vegas films where you can't enter yet. Good. Then I would end the episode here, and next time we go into Vegas films. And then, I'm Ace, and don't get lost.